All right. Good evening. Hello, everyone. I've got a blank screen at the moment. The game's still loading. I have literally been running around a little bit like a blue-ass fly. There we go. Getting things sorted. I was on a video call, well, up until about 10 minutes ago, sorting some things out and pressed go. And we're live. So we're still loading into the game, but we'll get in there in just a minute. Thought I'd give you a chance to say hello to everyone. So welcome along. Nice to have you here. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. Croft. Good bit of eggs and bacon. Can't go wrong with that. Good to see you anyhow. Hey, Chinook, how you doing? Tired, mate. The new job taking it out on you, is it? Good to see you though, buddy. Good to see you. Hope all is good. Hey, Yoran, how you doing? Good morning. Welcome along. Grizz, g'day to you. Pleasure to see you as well. Bovine's in here. G'day, Bo. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. Now, before I go anywhere, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to skip forward a month. This is again something I was meant to do beforehand, but I want to get into the next month. So one, our crop we planted last time can start growing, and two, I want to be making some progress and don't just want to stay stuck on a single day of absolutely doing nothing. So let's skip right through to September. Keep an eye on that while we fast forward time. Look at that, 4 seasons in one day, cloudy, overcast, yuck. Back to it. Anyhow, nice to have you. Hello, Grant. How you doing? Good evening. Working from home, watching on one laptop and watching YouTube and playing Farm Sim on the other. Nice. You got it sorted. Look at those loan payments and, oh, I had vehicle lease. What was that for? The soil sampler. I got rid of that. Anyhow, it is what it is. G'day, TJ. How you doing? Nice to see you. Scott, welcome along. Pleasure to have you here. Now, let's go and just jump up in the air. Have a quick look at what we're planning to do. So we're going to head out into this field. Now I've had a little bit of a look and we talked about it again. We talked about it last time. What we're going to do is we're going to come right in here. There's our crop growing, which is good. There's our barley, oats growing. But we're going to come in here. We're basically going to make another field, which almost comes around the corner here, connects up to this one. Then it's going to go bring up our mini map so I can see the corner. Basically going to go down here. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to mow the outline of the field, but we're actually going to come in before we do anything else and cut these trees down. So a little bit different. We'll do a little bit of forestry, clear a little bit of land, open up a little bit more space and avoid having any of the obstructions that we have. Then we're going to get all the way to this bottom corner. That's going to be a pretty decent length. And then basically head up, follow the edge of the field, right to about this tree, I think. This tree is actually going to be a very good marker. And then we're going to head along back to that tree and we're going to leave that tree there. And so these two trees will sort of form the boundary of the next field, which is all going to sit in there. And then that leaves us this space on this side of the trees. And then all the way up to these trees to be the third of our fields. Now our land goes all the way up to the road. So we sort of get to about here and then we get into these trees. So this would be a spot where I'll probably come in and cut across. Come in here to our sheep and then head on down this way. Square this one off. So that will give us 3 rather decent sized fields. So that's the plan. First things first, let's go and have a look. Now, I think, let's also check this out. Skipping forward some time, still hasn't fermented. So the grass is only worth $2,000. Don't know why we're on pounds, but we are. But there we go. It should still be fermenting. It shouldn't be too far away, actually. Could get a bale out and find out, but we're not going to do that. Right, let's go grab a mower and go and mark out this field. Right, it's typically I left it in behind the baler, but that's fine. Can I squeeze it out? I reckon we can. Maybe we can't. How tightly can we get towards the baler? There we go, that's close enough. Pulled it out, fitted it. Perfect. All right. 12-hour shifts had a local standby with an Emirates A3 out of the flat tire landing. Oh, good fun, eh? Right, so what I might do actually, I might actually mow this field across this way to mark the edge of it. Now, I've also got real mower. Let's turn that on so we make sure we get rid of all those bushes. And let's head on across this way. Like I said, I'm just going to go around maybe once just to get the field opened up. And then we can, more marked out, I should say. And then we'll come back and do the other bits and pieces I've just talked about. Cutting the trees down and all of that sort of carry on. just posted a short with us following into the gate. Nice, I'll check that out. I've been enjoying those actually, and the photos you've been sharing and things like that. If anyone's interested in the life airside at Auckland Airport, go and give Chinook a follow on YouTube. Can't you just F1 those things and change the tire in 2.4 seconds? Just need some easy dev, mate. And do it even quicker. Just a quick reset and it ends up back at the gate. Cheers everyone, we're drinking a Chivas Regal 13-year blended whiskey. And it's blended, but it's actually aged and matured in tequila casks. So it's got a little bit of a Mexicano influence in it. Quite nice, so quite mellow. Right, here we go. So that's heading off there. Hey Carl, how you doing? Finally made 2 fields on Aussie No Man's Land next to decide on your farm build. Nice one. Some good progress. It's always rewarding getting those fields started. So we're just only getting into our second one. We've got a few trees to cut down. Well, those 4 trees plus the ones we've already cut down, I thought we'll load those up. Try and get them on the back of the truck and ship them off down to one of the sell points. Don't even know where the sell point is, but I'm sure we'll find it. Trying to see where the edge of our land is. There we go. Hey, Mr. Farmer Hamish. Nice to see you as always, mate. Thank you for your hard work on the Logging League and getting those calls for entries for next round in. Much appreciated. Looking forward to that, and it's only 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. Now, let's talk about it. I would love to hear your opinions on the Farm Productions DLC that was announced less than 24 hours ago. What do you think of it? Is it something you're going to play, something you're going to do, something you're going to use, or is it more of a meh, I just want to drive a tractor and harvest my crops type thing? Or are you also on the page of, I can do all of this with the mods I have because I'm a PC player, and why should I pay for a DLC that brings stuff that's been available freely anyhow, in some way, shape or form, for some of it, not all of it. Mexicano makes it sound like a steel girder type of Lego. It does too. Alright, I think that's probably close enough. So we'll leave a little bit of space between our fields. You can park a grain cart or something on the edge of. Don't want to be too greedy. Mixed bag on it, TJ. You might give it a go, Scott. I'm kind of intrigued by it. It's certainly not what I was expecting. It's there's some interesting aspects to it. I'm down with the third-party modders, and I'm quite happy with what they're doing and what's being done. I'd like to think that Giants could introduce a better framework around that third-party modding, particularly where similar mods are already available on ModHub and people haven't. Well, they get rewarded for it. You get paid for your mods on ModHub. If it's only if it's console. If it's PC mods, you don't. But yeah, sort of. That's interesting. Well, let's just see. We're going to get rid of those bushes. Some of them. Did I not turn it on after all that? No, real mode. Oh no, it's not turned on. I turned it off. But AT is that's what FSG and I, when we got our early access to it, he said exactly the same thing. It actually reminded me, the logistics stuff actually reminded me a lot of, if anyone remembers FS19, I can't remember what the name of the mod was, but it was like a logistics warehouse by Medify, which almost acted like the way the Anywhere Object Storage does. And that was a pretty cool mod actually. She did a great job with that. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So I said I was only going to go around once, let's go around twice. Then we can get a real sense of this field. So yeah, I know I'm interested to have a play around with that. I'm also intrigued by the daily changes in pricing. I guess it might be a point where actually you only have a limited window of an hour or two to get the best price. That could be pretty cool. And what the missions are, sort of talks about daily missions or daily objectives, whether it's delivering a certain type of product, so you're actually having to have a lot of things available to try and achieve those missions. Kind of like the supply contracts that are available for PC players. That'd be interesting. Looks like a fail for you, Grant. Still haven't checked it out. You like productions though. How much is it for us peasants? It's $8. $8 US bow, so it'd probably be about 12 New Zealand dollars. Or 13 New Zealand dollars. Not sure how that would translate. Keeping trees in place for now as I make the fields less square, and I like the fact Courseplay also picks up the field once grass is cut. I like that. Yeah, of course Courseplay would too. I hadn't thought about the fact Courseplay would be able to do it. We might have to start using a little bit of Courseplay on these bigger fields too. Some aspects you're interested in, sugar beet washer. Sugar beet washer is pretty cool. I like the fertilizer production from using sulfuric acid in here. That's kind of interesting. Doing something new. Your eye was immediately drawn to the warehouse not having dock levelers. Yeah, I think Fusion commented about that too, didn't he? A couple of people have commented on that one. Cheap way to make money. It's interesting, isn't it? Because the value of the game to start with versus the amount of time you put into it. I know there's people who might buy DLCs and actually only play them for a few hours and go, well, it's not for me. It's funny, I find because I'm fortunate enough to get the early access, I probably use DLCs less than I would if I'd paid for them. I think there's a subconscious thing there. If you've paid for something, you're probably more likely to use it. Don't know. Not sure what people think about that. But yeah. Solar farm. The solar farm looks good. I like the attention to detail and the fact that you're in a farm environment. If you've got solar panels, they're going to get dusty. They're going to get dirty. You're going to lose your efficiency on them, so you better get in and give them a good clean. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yay. They got a DLC from a third party and make money from it. Oh, I think the third party probably make a good chunk out of it too, Yarn. That's no different. Pumps and Hoses was the same. It was a paid DLC by a third party. And then you've got the other third party ones like the Emergency Pack and obviously Straw Harvest, which were free DLCs, so I guess it is what it is. Hey Incendiary, how you doing? Nice to see you. Always good to hear about other working in the aviation industry. What do you do? Hey Pity, welcome along. Alright, we can turn that off. Now, let's disconnect that, because what are we going to do? Let's see if we can do this. I've downloaded some log grapples, but I want to see if I can use this bale fork to try and pick up some of these trees. So we're going to cut these 4 down in here. We'll bring the truck out. We're going to just try and lay them on the back of the truck. Now, these aren't the best trees to cut down because I've got all the extra limbs and that. You can't just de-limb them, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for us, but we'll figure it out. Late joining, hey Argsy, for the latest DLC. If the physics of pellets were properly addressed, adding more pellets would be tolerable. But to be fair, I don't actually mind the bale physics. This is one thing I always struggle with, getting the... Come on. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this on this map, but getting a trigger to cut down trees can be a bit finicky. Straw Harvest was definitely the most disappointing in terms of bale physics. That's a definite fail for me. Magic tree. Right. We are going to use... Don't have that turned on. We'll use the delete button to get rid of those stumps. There we go. Stump be gone. Tree be floating. We'll push that over with the tractor in a minute. Let's see if we can do the same here. Go. Hofbergman tech for the wider gene pool. Yeah, Hofbergman's amazing though, isn't it? Like, there's just so much to Hofbergman. I've never even bothered trying to get my head around that one. Just, I feel like it's a game on its own. Trying to get rid of that little wedge. Come on. 0.6 of a meter, 3 kilos. There we go, we'll get rid of that. Good morning to you, Mark. How you doing? Oh, military. Nice. Are you, can I ask whereabouts you're based? If you don't want to, if you're not able to, it's fine. Hey, Mark, you good? Sorry, I wasn't meaning to ignore you in Oaks earlier. I kind of was in between doing a couple of things and getting distracted, so. Bought pumps and hoses and still haven't used it. Deeper on the DLCs, we have to wonder how the modders feel when they're told they can't charge for their wants, but then Giants randomly selects modders to make money. That's where I think there needs to be just a bit more transparency around how to go about doing that. Like, there's no framework or anything that says if you want to release a third-party DLC, which we're all for, then you need to, you know, put together a proposal, or here's the details of who you contact to do it. It just all seems a bit clandestine. Which is a shame, because I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love to. I also hope that the tech, if there's some clever things that they've added in with this, with these scripts that help them do it, that it's going to be available to modders to use as well. But who knows? We're cutting through the whole tree in half here, aren't we? Not just the branch off. Yep. Did both. That one, cut the end off here somewhere, that should go. Right, let's cut that one off. I guess, so long as, you know, you can make money off a console mod. I've actually surprised for how much, you know, it's not a huge amount, it's not going to change my life or anything, but even just the object storage mod is made on ModHub over less than a month. It's actually quite blown away by that. I didn't expect to get anywhere near as, I thought, you know, it might have been a couple of euros over a month, but it's actually getting up, it's well over 20. So like I said, it's not life-changing, but get 10 mods or something and actually start making potentially a little bit of money off it. But yeah, I definitely agree that there's, you know, there's modders out there who do the same thing or have done similar mods for free, and then someone comes along and packages it all in with a whole lot and does it, you know, could potentially get paid for it. So hey Chinook, thank you very much, mate. Very generous of you. 10 gifted memberships. Who do we have getting those? Scott, a pity, there we go, a pity. Dan Stewart, Farmson Bob, Unknown Kansas Boy, Farmer Sim, D Lucky, Sven Christensen, Heavy Gang, and Hey. Excellent. Thank you very much, Chunk. As always, very much appreciated. Your generosity to the channel is just second to none. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robo Cleaner is cool, but the tractor mounted brush bars are even cooler. I hope that comes. Ooh, haven't seen those. Nearly took a job cleaning off solar farms. You don't really, it's something you don't think of. My wife's at me, I need to get up and clean our solar panels that are on our roof at the moment. They're starting to grow lichen, so. Downside is we capture our water for drinking, so I need to be careful of by putting anything on them. I think it's well priced. I think Giants should do more DLCs of a similar, smaller size, more affordable to the community. More DLCs, smaller, more frequent, cheaper DLCs would be awesome. Pumps and hoses, the anhydric digester improvements. Dump the trees on the neighbour's block, nobody noticed. True. Full of flies. Funny. Hey Nismo, how you doing? Straw Half's getting the scripts to make it work, making the base game so they can release it for all platforms. Would be nice to get stock check. I know. I knew you'd say that. Do you know, when I saw that logistics plant, Mark, I was thinking about things we've talked about previously too. Like to give modding a try. What sort of things would you like to try and do, Cal? Actually, if you're interested, if someone was wanting to do placeables, Lazy E-modding on YouTube, he's actually doing some sort of step-by-step tutorials on using Blender to build a placeable building. I think he's doing like a farm shop. So it'd be worth going and checking out if you wanted someone you could follow along and see how he does it. you know, everyone has their own workflows when it comes to Blender and things like that. The way I do it is probably not the right way either, but you'll figure out what works for you and give it a go. But yeah, it definitely is a whole new language. Alright, come on. There we go. Right, that's rid of that. And we've got one more to do. Oops, ring past it. Chris Blattman Aussie Gaming. Nice name. Oh, I was going to say, where's the one I cut down at? Needs a push, doesn't it? Or just to be driven close to. Like the options of putting solar panels on a shed roof or something like that, and you still earn money off the electricity generated. I can see that coming. In fact, oh, that's actually not a bad idea, is it? There's like signs in there you can place on sheds. Why could you not do it as a solar panel? I don't know. Whether you can put money earning placeable, the way they're coded, whether you could actually attach them to a shed. Interesting. Why not? Supposed to fit on Discord as a solar brush. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that. Chunk said I need to. Argsy said you need to cut the trees down. Alright. Now the fun's going to start, because I'm going to go grab the truck and we're going to give a go at loading this. Don't know how it's going to go. We shall find out. Can I get that branch? I could. I was to give placeable storage vehicles and trailers a go. Just the whole shooting box. Just don't do a map. Covering every base. Right. I'll cut that in half. Have a watch that as Blender as witchcraft of modding to you. Fair enough. I know what you mean. Right. Here we go. Grab the truck. Let's take this over. Let's see if we can get some of these loaded up. Wish me luck. I didn't realise how loud I had my volume. Welcome along everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday and a wonderful week. Daylight savings changed here in New Zealand this week, so you might find me on at a different time to what you're used to seeing. So certainly actually quite excited, because it's normally this type of this time when a lot of the US community find it a little bit easier to tune in. Right. Well, let's give this a shot. What do you reckon? Money on it happening or not? Am I going to need a grab? Ooh. Look at that. Which I can't do that every time. Now, let's just try and push that over. We can use that as a bit of a barrier on the other side. Get it close enough to the edge. Not push it off the edge. There we go. Jump out, put a strap over that. Oh, look at my straps. Look at these. Oops. Jump up. Look at them. Look at Argsy Gaming straps. Thank you to Tam, who made these for me. Well, Argsy Gaming branded ratchets. That's pretty cool. Let's get some of those made in real life. Hydraulic back axle steering for truck trailers, especially around here, as the corners are narrow and big trailers get either chain link back axle steering on. Some there's a few around with that, but more of the big lowboy trailers. This is going to take way too long, isn't it? I think I might be best off grabbing a grapple. Oh no, That up. No. Add that up. Yep. What do you reckon? Grapple? Or should I just need to be a little bit more cautious with how I drive? We got the money. I think we might get a grapple. Yep. Let's do that. I think it's a whole new witchcraft, so you have a lot to learn. Well, here's hoping if there's a new game comes out, Carl, that they don't change much with how mods are made. Because that'd be the worst spending time now. In fact, I recommend, if there was, maybe learn the basics of Blender and things like that. Don't worry about the XML side of it, because no doubt something will change and you'll have to figure out how to do it. Map would be good, but it's a lot of work. You're not wrong. Right, let's have a look. Do I have my store deliveries still set to here? We'll double check that. Now, I added in, there's a grapple I wanted to try. It's one I scrolling through and had a look and I was like, well, that one looks pretty cool. See if we can get that to work. So these forestry cranes, which had a log fork for them, and can be front loader. That's pretty cool. How much are they? $4 grand. But I wanted to try this one here. I thought it was pretty cool. How much is it going to cost us to get it in John Deere green? 200 bucks. Here we go, 350. So I reckon that one there worked pretty good. We find out it doesn't work on a front loader or something now. It's only for wheel loaders. Pretty sure it's a front loader though. We shall try. Sharing shit on Nelly Creek at solar panels on the roof, with the drawback being that it was on the wrong side and thus it never worked too good. Who put them on the wrong side? If you get mods on FS22, where do you get them from? What do you mean? Nismo. Self-promotion for the win. Calaroth, hello everyone, first time I've been able to catch you live. Welcome along Calaroth, pleasure to have you here, great you're able to catch it. Portable sawmill that made pallets. Portable sawmills where you can sell stuff, but I'm not sure about making pallets one, that's interesting. There's an idea. Alright, let's see how this one works. It works. Does what it advertised it did. And definitely going to be a lot quicker than running around trying to pick things up with that those bale forks. I can pick up the branches without, can I? Is that right, Kevin? Might have to try that. You're telling me, so I shouldn't be able to pick up this big log, sure, it's 270 kilos. No, but how big's that? 124. Oh, look at that. Boom. A job even easier. Nice to see Mike. I'll catch you all later. Next FSG will become the ambassador for some type of branded straps. So many wrong things I could say there, Bo, and I am going to refrain from saying a single one of them. Hey sheep, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Mercedes FSG wagon. G wagon. Alright. One down. Let's go to the next. Half the battle of a good mod is the original idea. And then the next half is having the confidence in your idea to go with it. 2 mark. Case in point, anywhere object storage. Righty-ho, go bring the truck over. First time someone pronounced your name correctly. Oh, I try. At least I got it right. G'day Darren, how you doing? Nice to see you. It's going to be interesting sort of the next couple of weeks what more info we find out about these this new DLC anyhow, whether there's any sort of fact sheets or further releases or anything like that. I can categorically say I know nothing more than what you guys do now. We haven't been provided anything extra, so it's all sort of discovery. Hoping to be able to have some fun with it. See how it all goes. I must say I'm pretty impressed with the way this grab's working so far. I mean, I know it's doing what it was advertised to do, but it's doing it pretty well. Let's jump out and get that one strapped on there. These are cool. He actually did these for me 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I'd completely forgotten about them. I got distracted on other things, and then it's flicking him a message on something else, and I saw the link, and I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, do it by hand, quicker. G'day Victor, good morning. Oh, that one doesn't like being put down through there. $102 kilos I can pick up. Let's see, what's the maximum you can pick up? How strong am I? 139, yep. Down with that. What else we got? How big's this one? 128. Well, I know I'm going to be able to pick that one up. Still got that all on it. I really need to fix my key controller. I can't actually pick things up with my controller. I can't figure out what I've broken with my keybinds, but pick things up button doesn't work. I need to go through and, well, I almost need to reset. I think I've said it a couple of times on stream. I almost tempted to do a full reinstall of the game and start from scratch with things like keybinds, but a little bit nervous at the same time. Do that. Yeah. That was only 88 kilos, so it's an easy pickup. Right. Strap across the middle again. Good days. Love the map of the trees made you so annoyed you started using the Devour Trees model just to leave them with lumberjacks a few liters for so much. Is that right? Guess I'm going to find out. I've cut these ones down, and I've also got some up by the sheep pasture, which we've cut down too. So you reckon I'm not going to earn much off these? Oh well. I was actually interested in doing some wood chipping too, because I haven't actually done any wood chipping in 22. I thought that'd be a bit of fun, but maybe not so much fun. Oh, sticky bit of wood. There, bit of branch. Do you know why it is? I think I might have just realised it's because I have, because of the way I use the trigger button as my move button. I wonder if that's the problem. You know, while you're doing that, you can actually press R while you're holding something in place. You're worried it's going to fall off. You can grab it, walk up next to something, go, I want that to be held right on the edge. You know it's not going to hold there, but you can actually turn the strap on and off, and that'll let go of it. Dad told them to put it on the eastern side of the roof and they didn't listen. See? Should have done it on that, shouldn't I? So you've got an east or west facing roof. I would have thought west would have been better with afternoon sun. Ooh, get rid of that. Right, I'm missing some chat. John Software said the DLC for Farming Simulator 20, April 30th, correct, Victor. That was when it will be out. G'day Heath, how you doing? Scott, hello, welcome back. Simulator YouTuber, hello, welcome along as well. Hopefully they allow use of root crop washing scripts that Days can incorporate into the potato building. Yeah, I've already had to chat to him about that. Yeah, that'd be good if you can. Alright. Run so fast. Should I drive the truck over there so I don't have to go as far? A little spot just in there for that though. Very wet Ireland. Ah. We're meant to be having a atmospheric river in New Zealand at the moment. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a flow of moist, hot air coming down from the tropics. The Pacific Islands getting dragged out of the... and it's basically like a river of water coming down. Some of the areas of the west coast had 300 or 400 mils in the last 24 hours. We haven't had a drop, and we're not forecast to get too much either. Right, am I going to... that's 365, that's too heavy. I'll do that one, 44, that one. New record. 82, that's a piece of cake. What's this one? 101. No worries. So there's a very good chance I'll probably be spending more on diesel running the truck while we're parked here than I will get from doing all of this, but let's find out. I got about 80k for clearing your plywood, so that was about 40 trees give or take. So I've just cut down 4 trees. You're saying it's like what, 200 bucks? What's that? 80k for 40 trees. 2 grand a tree? Oh, I'll take 8 grand for this truckload. Right, now let's just try and get rid of those branches off that. How do I get up on here? Go on to get rid of the other one. No, where is that attached to? Come on, I want to get rid of that branch. I'll figure out which one it's on. This one. Alright, we're just going to leave that on there. That can just come with us. Alright, let's jump up in here and go for a drive. Go see what we get off this load. Oh, that was close. I lost a lot of them. Must be a gum tree. A eucalypt. But we obviously, speaking of Ireland, their simulator YouTuber, very excited to be starting out with FSG on. And now I saw one of the comments, it's Ahali farm, not Aghali, it's Ahali. There's no G, the G's silent apparently. So had a Irish lass pop in and she said she lived very close to it and it was in his chat. So there you go. Use the 10k sawmill mod hub and winch the trees to it. It's a good idea. I have to train for AFL tomorrow night because I'm playing joiner. Nice. I like watching AFL. It's quite a good sport to watch. You pretended it's a portable sawmill. Good idea. Nice red shirt. Yeah, they're cool, eh? Courtesy of Tam. Created these for me. So yeah, they're pretty cool. Worked out really well. Actually really easy. Well, I'm sure it's easy to do, but really easy to replace those as a texture and just do it globally. It's pretty cool. Got to account for the shed being directly next, super shed being next. Right, so the west roof was shaded by another shed. Gotcha. Can't remember what you got, Petri, but I started with a car and a chainsaw. I think most trees are 1400 litres. None's fully grown. As soon as I could switch away from forestry. Fair enough. You need the rain badly, sheep. Was it raining in Hawke's Bay yesterday? Did I see that? I don't know whether you got any, but I thought I saw the last cruise ship of the year of the summer leaving Hawke's Bay yesterday, and they said it was raining. Not sure. You're in for, yeah, you're meant to get pretty wet the next few days, aren't you? So. Cheers, Hamish. Good to see you, mate. Have a good day. Catch you again soon. Now, there's no sell point. Oh, did he actually? He was talking about making that a sell point. Is there one in there? I don't think there is. No, there's not. He talked about making that a sawmill sell point, but we actually have to come down to agricultural fair, I think, where we can sell wood. In fact, let's just have a quick squiz here. Wood. The agricultural fair or the port's the two options. There's actually more value at the port, but it also cost me a tank of diesel to get there, so we're just going to go to the agricultural fair. As you can sell at the port, but I couldn't find the sale. Oh, there we go too, Kevin. Just talking about that. Oh, I'm definitely not going to drive all the way down there if there's no obvious trigger. Should make coal from the trees. You reckon? You've been a member for 2 months and 0 days. Well, I think that you might have got a gifted membership just recently from Chinook. No more feed, struggling to get hay and no sign of rain till June. Rats, that's not fun. Now, I don't have the trigger turned on, but somewhere here, oops, the wrong button. This one. And that one. There we go, there's our wood cell trigger down the end there. Right, 4 trees. Cut up to various lengths. What do you reckon? 8 grand? 2,876. Oh, okay. Not really worth it, is it? That's alright. It's paid for the grapple. You're in the month or two yesterday, not enough cover to make them buy any stock out of the hills. It's pretty dry. It's my old man started feeding out. He's got rid of all his 18-month-old beefies, and he's just on his, what, must he have 6-month-old yearling bulls, and he's already started feeding out to them. And he's been pretty understocked for the last couple of years too, just with some changes to farm structure. Hey Dutch Modelling, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you too. Nice to have you here, thank you for joining. I saw you claiming responsibility for our choice of multiplayer servers with FSG, not going to Valley Springs. It was certainly on the reaction from the poll, as we said in the video, it was certainly a consideration. It's not a map I've played, so I would have enjoyed playing it, but then I haven't played Ahli Farm either, so it's a good balance. Port South Point is a long drive, it certainly is. Certainly is. Sure, by Saturday you'll have a full tank so you can come take our excess. Hello Sean, how you doing? Catch me next stream. Alright Heath, have a good one mate. I'll catch you later. Thorsten, hello from Germany. Well, welcome along. Nice to have you here. Good evening from New Zealand. Well, on the basis of the money we've just made, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time worrying about those few logs there. So there's a few logs there, and a couple there too that we've cut down, but they can just sit in there for now. Sit and fester in the neighbours, or off the side of the track. It's not the neighbours, it's my land, but alright, leave that there. Let us go and find our tractor. Need the flag on the oaks. We do, I know. Right. Should we can talk right? Nice to do the right people and we'll get it done. Branch is basically worthless. The trunks give most, but I think yours was too low, was it? Yeah, that probably makes sense. I wasn't going for efficiencies, I was just wanting to get them sold. Anyhow, I cleared out of the field and we've now got a nice big clean open field, so we can carry on. A little bit repetitive, doing some more mowing, but that's kind of why I skipped forward there on the other field, was to get that growing. We should go over and have a look at that. Check out its health. Right, we'll go around a couple more, one more time? 2 more times maybe. As long as someone's getting it bowed. Just talking to a mate from the upper South Island field for those guys down there. Tell you what, we haven't had it like this for a long time. Gonna be selfish now, but I hope it holds out for another weekend. We're off to the V8s and Topor supercars when they come over and next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, so hopefully it stays away. Stays dry till then. Or after then. Looking forward to the WA16X update. So am I. So am I. Sometime this month. We're already gosh, we're already a third of the way through April. That's nuts. Crazy how quickly the year's gone. I was saying to my oldest boy, it's end of his first full year, first term at high school. The end of this week. Done his first 10 weeks. What do we figure? If he does 5 years and goes for 4 terms, he's done 1/20th of his high school career. Might not be able to make the stream on Sunday. It's you and the wife's anniversary of the weekend, so we're heading away while I'm off work. Nice. Oh, happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Chinook, mate. I'll drink to that. Were you taken to airport hotel or something like that so you can watch planes land and take off? Forestry helper is great for people wanting the most out of the trees, so is the value of the trees. Yes, that's from Farm Sim Tim. That's a fantastic mod. So I actually had a look at that when he was still working on it, when I looked at his conservation agriculture mod. Also another great mod. Actually, that'd be a good one to have on here. We could have direct seeded all of this straight into the grass, or mulched it. In fact, I wonder if that's an option. To save us having to mow the next field, I wonder if we consider adding the conservation agriculture mod in there, and then we can mulch and direct seed into the next field and get sort of the fertilizer bonus from that, rather than getting the money off the grass, just to try and speed things up and not make it too easy. I'm not going to lie. I have skipped forward time and I already know what our silage is worth when it's when it becomes silage. So I think there's about 70 grand or something there. Reason for that is I had a few comments actually from people saying that their crops weren't growing or that they were showing as ready to harvest when they were still green, but I think that might be a little bit of an issue with possibly the growth calendars. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but that was my guess. Guilty had a little rant on the poll about how people often pick the things they know and that that way everyone will always be doing the same thing over and over. It got a lot more response. Yeah, I mean, you weren't the only one to say the same thing actually. It was funny, you know, obviously got the most votes, about 40%. I might have got a bit closer, but yeah, it was funny to see that response actually. Places like the Naki and the West Coast can handle the rain better than the other places due to your high rainfall. It's when the Chinooks and the East Coasters gets bad. Yeah. The Chinooks. Jaffers. Touch wood, it's a very long time since we've had anything close to a flood in the Mantle too. You did suggest that, she told you off. Off to Queenstown, nice. Booked some flights before you left Air New Zealand, did you? Take advantage of your cheap airfares. Or are you just going to use your security clearance to get airside and then just stow away in a wheel arch? You can have the chicken or lamb and then they're out of it. So I use the crop growth mod is actually really good. In fact, we'll stop when we get up the end here and I'll show you. The growth stage mod is really good for helping with that. Smash the like button, thanks Scott. Yes please, if you're enjoying things, do make sure you've dropped a like. 46 of you here, 30 likes at the moment. It'd be awesome to see that getting to closer to a 1-to-1 ratio. Please and thank you. Right, up out of there. So you go, you can see the growth stage down the bottom says 2 of 4. So, needs rolling. I didn't actually think about that. I don't have roller. I'd have to buy one. Some stage, but there we go. Oats are growing, 2 of 4. No weeds. pH is perfect. Nitrogen's perfect. Yield potential 5.4 tons per hectare. So that, yeah, looking forward to that. Getting into there with our first harvest sometime. Ryan, how you doing, mate? Great to have you here. Thank you very much for your membership. 4 months a member. Thank you, mate. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Right, just trying to get on my 90-degree line. Main thing is you remembered, indeed. As soon as frozen meat in the wheel well, you would too. Meant to rain in Taupo, so I hope the place doesn't turn to mud. Yeah, I hope so too. Don't really fancy traipsing around a wet, soggy racetrack. How you doing, Leppy? Started a single player in Southern Pastures, didn't realise new farmer mode didn't give a starting farm. Yes, I didn't watch your map review, so could have known maybe. I can't remember if I'd said that or not. Yaron. Can hardly finish the contract because of the shed, yeah. Not gonna lie, if you did watch my map preview, you would have said I did say it was a bit rough around the edges, but it gave a really good authentic New Zealand feel. But yeah, there's a couple of things there where the field definition and you can't mow it and a few little bits and pieces that are frustrating, but it's my first field over the other side there, growing with the oats in it. And it is doing great. Happy with it. This is our second field we're ripping into. The other thing actually adding the conservation agriculture mod would help with is it means I don't have to pull that silly little plough with that tractor and have all the issues with it chugging and chugging away. Hey Tam, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Giving you a little shout before. It's showing off my Argsy gaming ratchets or tie downs on the back of the truck. They look very cool. It was actually, to be honest, I'd forgotten I'd added them in. I added them in yesterday. And I'd forgotten they were there until I strapped something down. I was like, oh, that's right. Customized straps. Can't delete the buildings. No, you can't either on Southern Pastures. Mo's figured that out. Did you ever look at that placeables thing I suggested? Actually, what about delete objects option from Easy Dev? Could you hide them that way? No? Probably a realistic start for New Zealand, mate. We're doing it tough. Probably right there, cheap. Very right. Let's give myself a little bit more turning space on the end here. On the weekend. Yeah, that could actually work. Morning Strody, how you doing? Alright, what's around? Bit late on the old lowering there. Tidy that up. Perfect. The question now, which one's going to be a bigger field? Or have I got them both pretty close to the same? This one's probably going to be bigger just because it doesn't have anything in the middle of it. Just looking at that. What have you missed on the stream this morning? Well, we have started this field. We've cut down some trees in it, got it all cleared out, so we're not going to have any obstructions in here. We had a look at the other field, the oats, which are growing along there quite nicely. Talked about the plans, which is to put a third field in over that side. And otherwise, we sold the 4 trees we cut down and got a little under 3k for it, so it really wasn't worth it. Spent 3 and a bit k on a log grapple to pick them up with, so at the moment I'm down from where I started, but yeah, it is what it is. Nothing in the middle, like Australia, nothing in the middle. True, bro. It is going to be a big one, Ryan. I need to start making some money. I need to start making some money so I can upgrade some equipment, clear some debt. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Sort of if you're doing a no man's land style survival, this little section in here would probably be a field size and feel like a big one. Not me. Look at that. I can hire a helper. It costs me money, but because it's texted as a field now, I'm intrigued. Does it going to turn at the end here? Let's see. Nope. Interesting. Got so far, but detected the edge of the field, but didn't detect it as being mowed. Gee, it's going to be a lot of grass, Strody. It certainly is. And I've still got another one to do, the same size at some stage, so. I've progressed in a month though. I've decided we won't do a field, we won't do 3 fields in the same month because that'll just lead us to having things all, you know, crops and that all ready to harvest at the same time. So hopefully by doing it this way, it means maybe what we'll do is if we get this field done, then maybe we'll skip forward a couple more months. I do want to spend a little bit of time focusing on the sheep, which is actually a good point. I might take some of these, keep some of these as just straight grass bales to give to the sheep. And if we skip forward another couple of months, we'll get the oats will just about be ready. This field will be half grown, and then we'll be able to start sort of work, so we could sort of intersperse developing another field with harvesting our crops and things. She didn't think about the fact I put bins and I don't have an auger, or I'm wanting to make money, so probably not going to be the best to hold on to them till the best price, but we'll see. It's all part of the farm build, I suppose. We didn't need as many sheds as we put in or anything either, so this is what it is. Gotta go be in and out, but I can wait till stream's over. Cheers, damn. Appreciate it. It's a little bit up here so it doesn't bug me. Ditto with the smallest little piece over here somewhere too. I've got one bit down the other end, it's the same. You haven't changed the XML money? Yeah, silage is a money maker. I haven't changed it, no. No, FSG's server has. I probably should think about it, but not yet. I think I can, what I might not do is I might not actually have any grass other than when I clear fields. So that means I won't be able to do silage again until I buy another plot of land. So I think that's probably a fair way to do it, isn't it? Only do silage on virgin land, unless I was going to do maize silage, corn silage, which is a little bit more effort and probably worth the reward for it. Don't know. Catch you both. Sleep well, mate. Thanks for hanging out. Nice to see you as always. Hope it doesn't get too wet for you over the next few days. So did anyone pick up anything in the DLC announcement that sort of hasn't been mentioned, hasn't been talked about? Wants to speculate on anything? I haven't watched it in enough detail to sort of go back and look at it, but did a few things mentioned around, you know, placement of things and screenshots and that, whether it could be alluding to something that the DLC pack could do, but already, other than that, it is all pure tinfoil hat stuff. Sounds like a good logical plan, thank you. I thought so too. G'day Shane, how you doing? Welcome along, good evening. Alright, let's get this chopped out. Interesting, I was just thinking, I don't know what made me mow it this way instead of going a longer ways. Been longer going up and down, wouldn't it? Then I wouldn't have these little bits, I would have just sort of gone bzz, bzz. Kind of defaulted to doing it this way. I suppose it doesn't matter. As it's a small modders DLC, possibly means still get 25. Yeah, I mean that's a bit of a consensus at the moment, isn't it? The pure speculation is there's no season pass, there's no Giants mods DLC announced. So does that mean they're working on a game? Who knows? I don't think anyone apart from Giants do. Doing silage on your saves, the agri-fair sell point could be a little bit more user-friendly if it was raised up a little. Can't sell from truck trailer by unfastening the bells. Ah, good to know. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you can test a map, test a mod as many ways as you want, but the actual only way you can truly test something is by having thousands of, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, dozens and dozens of people playing it in different ways. And that's where yeah, you find obviously these bugs and bits and pieces like that. Interesting to see. I don't know if they've got any plans to upgrade it or not, update it, try and fix any of those kind of things. Nice if they did. But I also think the map was sort of created out of a desire to have a large open world map to play as a server, rather than actually creating one that they were going to release. It's kind of it's a bit of a bonus. Excuse me, something's stuck in my teeth. Bugging me. Right, I've won the battle. I'm hoping the update for the Anywhere Object Storage might be released sometime soon. Be nice. It's been in testing. It's been showing up as in testing for 3 or 4 days now. Up to 4 days in testing. I literally only changed one thing. It might have been a bit quicker. I'm actually really nervous they're going to find something else and come back and say, need to do this. I'm hoping not. But I wouldn't put it past it. No, they wouldn't take it down. Nah, and so that's a silly thing. You could turn around and say, well, I'll take my update out and just leave what's there in. Unless it was something, you know, against terms of service or something like that, I suppose, but or a game-breaking change, but all I've changed on the field bale storage is to add in, to increase the spawn area because the bales weren't spawning otherwise, so. Even though 22 had an extra year on 19, I don't feel ready for a new game yet. Much though, a little bit the same. I think if there was another year and we knew there was another season pass or something, I could possibly be a bit excited about it. Actually, I think the lack of any announcement or any season pass or confirmed DLCs or roadmap for the year has actually slowed the game in terms of the number of people playing, the excitement around it. It's kind of, I don't know, got a bit bleh. Just through no one knowing what's going on. Now, so pronounce it correctly, Ahali. Looks like a nice map. Excited for that series to kick off into full swing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, actually. It'll be a whole lot different as a challenge. Like, I was looking at I think next episode we're going to have to really get in. I think we've only got the rest of this month, which is only another day. We're in the last day. So we've only got the afternoon, time-wise, to harvest 3 fields of wheat, 2 fields of wheat and 1 of barley or something. 3 fields of cereal crops. And I was looking at it going, gosh, we're going to have to do all of those in one stream. And then I looked at the size of them. I was like, well, that one you're going to go around 3 times and you're not even going to fill your combine hopper, let alone need a trailer for. That one you're going to, harvest, and then we're going to have to change from one crop to another for that one, and then it'll be all over. It's kind of a bit of a difference going from 45 foot to running 2 45-foot trophy headers to smaller combine that's still going to do it pretty quick. It's going to be fun. I doubt you'll be an early adopter, Shane. Barely played 22 yet. Yeah, I think Giants could have done a lot more with some of the things they introduced in the Platinum expansion and didn't have to roll around. So that's where things that they introduced with the Platinum expansion could have, if they made those features available to modders, really could have been expanded on. But, I'm sure they've got good reason for it, but for whatever reason it is, they've not allowed access to them. Kept it locked up behind passwords and encrypted files. But yeah, you're right, it would have been fun. Building a farmhouses, sheds, silos for you too. So, the guy who made Terrafarm, it's EX. He's actually made a mod, which doesn't use as far as I understand, doesn't use the Platinum expansion sort of production side of things for building something, and he's actually got it so you can provide materials to build a shed. So he's basically created what Giants did with, say, the roller coaster and the boats and the piano in Zelonka. He's done that and brought it to 22. At the moment he's made a shed, but it's more as an example to try and get other modders. So he's not a building modder, he wants other modders to try and pick up and use it, but I'm not sure how many people know about it or whether it's actually something being done. We need to do a video about it just to try and at least say to, make it known to modders that this thing is out there, and he's given you a framework for how to make your shed work in the same manner. It's pretty cool though. You got to supply like rocks. What else was there? Rocks and lime or something for the foundations. I don't know. I can't remember. Then like iron ore for frames, steel frames, or lumber for something, planks I think for something, and the roof shingles and those kind of things. Kind of cool. Don't know if you can play New Farm Sim at launch. I've got to run about 350 mils. There's something nice, I got to admit, there's something nice about jumping back and just being forced to play the game the way that it was designed to. It's a challenge, that's for sure, but at the same time it is quite nice. I said they need more crops, even the crops around the world might not fit with the UK-US theme. Just be nice to have some other stuff to plant. Yeah, I mean, rice is a prime example, isn't it? It's one of the most grown crops in the world. But I agree. I'd love to see things like pumpkins. And I've thought of, there's a myriad of different options. Pineapples. Why they grow pineapples in fields. Or even just the ability to be more of a market gardener. You can do lettuce and that in a greenhouse, but actually we have market gardens around here which just grow acres of them. Broccoli, cauliflower, all those kind of brassica crops. The revamp mod has been used to build building, has it? It's the production revamp mod, Chris. Assuming that's what one you are referring to. Right, goodness gracious, how much longer is this going to take? Get this field finished. One more chunk, I think we'll just split that one in down the middle and done with it. Oh, and PV County. Ah. Oh, Kerem Gaming's been playing on that quite a lot. Cool if they implemented something like when you buy a building or shed or production of some sort, it was a process where you had to wait for it to be built and you could see it go. I agree. I agree. And I like how some modders have done that where you actually, like I've got on Tahitian County, I've got a shed that's just the frame. And then you can build more. There is some who've done it where you actually just, you can put your shed down and then there's triggers. It's just turning, literally changing the visibility on something. Like how my anywhere object storage hides the oh goodness, the markers, the poles and the grid. It could be a reverse where you have a trigger, so you put it down, all you can see is the slab to start off with, and then you got triggers to show the frames, and then once you show the frames it creates another trigger that becomes visible to show the cladding or something. And then you could either do it, if you wanted it immediately, you could do it immediately, or if you wanted to have it done over time. I don't know if it's possible to time, you know how gates and that are time locked. I don't think it's, I'm not sure if it's possible to time lock a building being built. I agree, 100%. It's how a lot of other, like, you know, there's some games in that work, isn't it? You provide things and then you can't use it for a day or whatever. Hundreds of farmers here that have 20 to 50 acres of all greenhouses growing fruit and veg. Yeah. That's a big market for it too. We have exactly the same, but it's not in greenhouses, it's just outside. And it stinks. You get to where they do this cabbage, you get cabbages after they've harvested them, and you just get like the rest of the plant rotting down, and it's foul. Wouldn't want to live downwind of it, that's for sure. Right, what are we going to get done? Get this windroad. Definitely get a windroad. We can start getting it baled, maybe. I like to have a function where you can mark a vehicle and the vehicle is excluded from tabbing. Running a large fleet and tabbing around gets annoying late game. Calaroth, are you on PC? You need Simple Inspector mod. Does exactly that. You can park vehicles. Do I have it installed on here? Yeah, here we go. I've got it installed. Oops. There it is there. So I can go. So these are my tractors, all my vehicles. I've got 5 different vehicles, so I can park that. In fact, we've only got the John Deere, so if I park that, park the combine, park the pickup, and all we've been using today is the John Deere and the truck. I can go like this, and all I'll tab between is the John Deere and the truck. And that's there. And then you've got your tools, and you can maintain them, repaint, clean. You can warp to it, so if you're like, where is my, whatever, my Heston, you can go warp to it and it'll teleport you there. Tells you about all your placeables, where are they? Warped again, warp to location. And then your fields, obviously we don't have that, but yeah, that's real handy, particularly when you get on multiplayers. In fact, Simple Inspector, Kevin. Pretty sure it's Simple Inspector. Because then you've also got somewhere under here. This one. Alright. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Simple Inspector? Additional settings. Maybe it's something slightly different. Simple, I'm sure Simple Inspector does it. Let's have a look at my mod list now. Mods. No, Aussie Nomads. Name. Do I have Simple Inspector installed on that? No. Simple Inspector is one that does it. What's that one there then? Is it Thunder? That might be the vehicle HUD extension. I actually, to be honest, I'm not sure which mod that is that does that. Advanced Farm Manager. Is that what it is? Advanced Farm Manager. Okay. There we go. That's what it is. So, yeah, okay. Not yet. Okay, thank you. Go away. Now I can't even close that. Yep, I do have Advanced Farm Manager installed, Tam, so it must be that one. Simple Inspector is the one that you can have, which lists what vehicles are doing. So if you're on a multiplayer server, you could see who's doing what, and it has like a box up in one of the corners, that one over there, or you can actually put it wherever you want in any of the four corners, which tells you like what tractors are doing or what equipment's doing. But yeah, Advanced Farm Manager is that one which parts. FSG modding. Dazed, how are you? I did see you pop in here. You doing good, mate? Silage has wait time, so maybe that script could be used for building. Yeah, possibly. That's a good point. How long does it take for your building to ferment and convert to a building? Wouldn't that be good though? You actually place the foundation down and it's like you've now got to wait 2 days until that building's complete. Need to go, I'm falling asleep. Catch you all soon and don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks, John, appreciate it, mate. If I don't talk to you before, have a nice trip away on the weekend. Enjoy your anniversary. Congrats to you both. Thank you very much for the gift of memberships earlier tonight, and pleased to hear all's going well in the job. So yeah, there we go. That's a summary. Have a good one, buddy. Busy morning. How am I doing? I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. We cut down some trees, cleared 4 trees out of the field, cut them up, loaded them onto the truck and sold them for less than 3 grand. I didn't try and optimize them, but the other wonky wonky all over the way trees, so I don't think they were ever going to be a huge money maker, but I might have got a little bit more for them. Offset some money I'm going to get from the silage, I guess. Rando, how you doing? Saw your video today about growing up driving a 6610. Also grew up driving one too. Your dad and granddad are hay contractors in the Hawke's Bay. Nice one. Well, in that case, do you know what I'm going to see if I can find this while I'm driving here? This is going to be dangerous. I'm going to show you a photo. I really don't want to overrun this one because it'll rip into my field I don't want to rip into. Should actually go that to Dazed. Got a photo here for you too, Dazed. Somewhere in here. There we go. Let's just pause for a second. Bring that back up. Is this going to be a risky click of the day? No, it's not at all. There you go. That was at the field days. Thought it was quite a nice little JCB at the front class mower and then the single-sided mower on the back. Look kind of nice. Nice little setup. But there we go. That's the current state of our 6610. It's sitting in the shed. Our house is just over behind this shed. What is that? That's the old bull shed. That's our shed there, that black one you can see in the back. But that's the old girl. She's seen better days. Been robbed of wheels and all sorts. And yeah, left to Left to a sadder life. Almost showroom ready. I have these lucid moments where I think maybe I should restore it. What do you think? And then I'm like, no, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Wouldn't even know where to start, but it had the worst gearbox ever. It had like instead of 2 sticks on it, you had to sort of wiggle one around, and it was more like a stick shift than on the floor shift. It's quite different. I used to love it. It had a high-low ratio switch, little bunny rabbit and tortoise and hare switch. I used to always love it because I'd be sitting on the track and Dad'd be like, yeah, you can flick the switch now, and you'd like just go this little bit faster. Thankfully, you can paint over the field part if you mow over the field boundary. I did a few times before I was mowing made fields. Ah, good to know. Good as the dart rolled off the line like every modern Ford. Yeah. Couple old Fergies lying around like that. Yeah, I think there's down in the other one of the other sheds is a old 4600, or it might even be a couple of. In fact, one of the 4600s still runs, but the old one's I think in half at the moment. Again, parts pilfered for something else. Right, we're just about finished mowing. It's taken a wee while. Hey Disturbed, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. MGL, welcome along. Good to see you as well. I should carefully go through some of the other photos I had from field days. Got your granddad's Maxi Ferguson 135. Looks about the same or a bit worse. Does it run though? It might be the difference. See if I can. I didn't actually take many photos, to be honest. I will show them to you. There you go. So there's another angle of it. That's just closer up. This Vulture was pretty cool. Look at the colour on it. Nice colour. It had a big merger on the back too. Don't often see many of those. I took a photo of that because that's pretty much exactly what the same Lego model I've made is. So I thought that was pretty cool to have. What's this there? Couple of New Hollands. It was kind of cool seeing the different colours, like the I'm going in a straight line. Sort of darker blue. Again, not something you see a huge amount of around where we are. And just how big these balers are. You don't get a true sense of the scale until you stand next to them. That was a cool setup too. With a light bar on the top. Lots of stuff that was already pre-sold and they had it on display. Dave's you're a genius. What's Dave's done that's made him a genius? I'm intrigued as well. As intrigued as Dave's is by the sounds of things. And then this was the piece de resistance. This thing was impressive. First time ever seeing one of these in the flesh and actually being able to stand next to it. That's my youngest. Wearing the Argsy gaming hat. He was quite excited to wear that around. Yeah, that was a pretty cool beast. I think that's it. There we go. It was cool actually getting down and standing in here and poking your head in and around the inner workings of a quad track, seeing how the pivot and everything works on it. Pretty cool. Doesn't run, needs full restore. Hey David, how you doing? Good to see you. A whole map of potatoes idea. How is that a good idea in anyone's world, Disturbed? Dad has a lot of the old Ford and New Holland tractors. You love finding them on Mod Hub and using it. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like the John Deere's Dad's had since the 6400. Finding, I think there is one of those somewhere I've used before, and the newer 6240, or I can never, goodness, excuse me, I can never remember the exact codes, but something like that. When you mow the bushes, does that part become field area as well? My current fields were made without being able to mow them. It's very hard to tell because of the resolution. I don't actually know if they do or not. It probably won't tell me or anything here, will it? No. It does say it's all fields, but who knows? Don't diss the spud connoisseurs. There's an idea floating around for when FSG hits 100k. Alright. That old chestnut. I thought we were going to get Flint Hills recreated for FS22 so we could do it on Field 9 like he said he would. Ugh, thunk. Mr. DJ Goham, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. 18 months a member. You're a legend. Much appreciated. Hope all is good. How cool we have changed daylight savings so you don't have to get up stupid early o'clock to be able to tune into this crazy face. So that's the next 6 months sorted. See you every Wednesday at this time. Spring Cranky had and Christopher plowed up. Oh my goodness. He's going to be actively encouraging people to unsubscribe if he ever finds that out. I hope he doesn't watch. Right, so let's go get this wind road up. Let's see how we go. I wonder. Now, actually, so you reckon this is to work with course? I'm going to try this. Maybe we can put this on courseplay and use the other tractor to bail. It'll look funny. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's see. Oh yeah, courseplay's already picked up the fields. That's cool. Work with. I think I need to unfold this before we do it. Let's see. Waking up for an hour late and still got it. Nice. Nice. Hasn't picked up the work width. Wow, I can do that. Go into here. At 13 meters. Let's go around twice. Start work on. Let's actually start work in the center. Headlands smooth. Roast to skip. Roast to land. Right. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully it generates a nice path. Do you think there will be an FS25? I think there will be. I think there has not been enough done. I'm just going to change that to north-south. Longest edge. It goes up and down on that edge rather than this edge. Oh. Okay. Down row direction. Manual. Let's change that to 90 then. No, I want 0. Actually, not 90. I think just the fact we have had no other content or anything like that this year from Giants, and the DLC that's coming as a third party, I think we're going to, but I can't be guaranteed. That answers your question around creating fields. No, it doesn't, because it's detecting those little pieces there as islands. So no bypass. Now, got a proper field. Right. What happens? First waypoint. Do your thing, yo. Right along with it. Whole map and spuds, that's only a good idea if you're a glutton for punishment. Oh, are you going to crash into the shed? No. Just have to change it to stick to field boundaries. That's the start point. We'll go over there manually. Check Discord, I'll have a look. What's the time over here, Connor? It is 10:35 PM on Wednesday evening. Right, let's go this time. Let's see. I'll get rid of all of those eyes. Well, this all works. I'm gonna we're gonna go put the baler on the back of the case and see if that'll work. Calaroth, thank you very much for becoming a member. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the team. Nice to have you here. If you're interested in joining the multiplayer servers, make sure you link your YouTube account with Discord if you're on Discord. !Discord if you want to join that, and it'll give you access to the Argsy team chat, where on Monday nights my time we've been doing a little live streams for members only through Discord. I've been recording videos, or this week I finished recording a video and actually finished editing a video, so got to see a bit of the inner workings of how I work, how I operate, how I do things. If you're interested in doing that, you can check that out. You reckon it'll be announced on the 25th of April like they did for FS22? Because 22 was announced on the 22nd of April, wasn't it? Be interesting if they did, because with this new DLC coming out on the 30th, it would take a little bit of the gloss away from that, I would have thought. So I can't see the 25th of April being D-Day. How have you been finding recording live streams? So I'm streaming through Discord days, so I'm just jumping into a voice chat and sharing my screen in Discord. So it's been no dramas at all. What's going on here? Reverse up. Right, once it gets going, we'll leave it to it, and then we will go over and jump in to the other case. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to park the truck, unpark that, and we'll be able to dab just straight across that. Yeah, I reckon if there's going to be anything, it'll be after the 30th, after the new DLC's announced. Released, sorry. DLC's been announced. PC couldn't make a course on this map. I should change your gear. Yeah, it depends. There's a few different variables which you could try that out. Nickname given to folk living in Scotland. Gluttons for punishment. Hey, Finnish farmer, how you doing? Only 8:36 PM over in Aussie. Yes, it will be 2 hours behind us. Unless you're in Western Aussie, and then you're even further. What is my PC specs? Do you know, I can never remember. Let's have a look. I have a Intel i7 1070 CPU, 32 gig of RAM. I have a RTX 3070 graphics card. I think that's got 8 gig of RAM in it. And what else is there? Those are the main bits and pieces, isn't it? I've got how big is that monitor? It's a 27 and a 20, no, a 30. I've got two different size monitors as well. So I game on a slightly bigger. I can't remember the size of it now. I can't see. It says on it anyway. That's how good I am. I've got stuff and it works for me, so I kind of learned to settle with it. Right, let's go and see if we can get this hooked. Does this even have a PTO? Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm bailing with this beast. Be interesting, isn't it? Ooh. Slow down, Argsy. Slow down. Got some solid additive in it too. Yeah, no, they've been working out really well, actually. I mean, it's been good fun. I think I've had 2 or 3 at a time. So, just chew the fat. Bovine's been there both times. It's literally just a chance just to say hello, what's up, talk about different things. We've talked about all sorts of different things. Right, cool. Yeah, it's good. Actually, very similar to the night that I was sitting up waiting for the Starlink, SpaceX rocket to launch, and was just chatting to you and Mark in Discord. Very much the same as an experience. Alright, look at this. Beauty. I thought we were going to be here forever, but this is going to double down on some work and not have to do other things. We're getting that same bouncing issue though. So that suggests to me it's the baler. Not this is the issue we had on the other one. Strange. Don't know how many live streams you can catch. It's 12:35 here, about 10 hours after you. So you'll be 10 hours before me Calaroth. There is no country more advanced in the time than we are at the moment. Although actually I think one of the Pacific Islands tried to change, or did change, their position in relative to international dateline, so that they, instead of being 24 hours after us, they were just ahead of us around the millennium, so they could claim to be the first country to see the millennium in, or something like that. Anyhow, nice to have you here for tonight's one, and thank you again for joining the team. Actually considering keeping the new potato pack for the next game now with the new DLC, etc. There's so many things to build and that I don't have access to. Yeah. I can understand why you'd do that, Dazed. 6 PM for you in West Aussie, there you go. I knew there'd be a West Aussie somewhere. Bale's going to get caught up on the windrower, I bet. Maybe not. That the Heston Bale, yeah, it is Tam. Being a pest as well. I don't know what, like, it feels more like, okay, I'm going to do a test. Here's how we'll test this. If I disconnect this, what happens when I drive along the windrow without anything on it? Does it bounce around or not? No, no bouncing. Windrow is fine. It's something to do with the baler. I'm guessing it's the size of the swaths we're getting on this. Well, that's what I wanted too, Mark. Unless you, but it. What's my favourite FS22 map, Connor? That's a hard question. Probably my favourite at the moment would have to be Southern Pastures. Just because it's the best New Zealand map that I think has ever been created for Farming Simulator. Like, bold statement, but it's not like there's been that many. I'm really looking forward to the German map that Edo Mod's making. That's looking beautiful. Like, just some of the custom buildings and everything that's going to be in that. But yeah, I think it's just, it's very hard to answer what's my favourite map is. Now the No Man Aussie. Yeah, I mean this is cool from a completely different perspective and different rationale to the other ones. So much variety. Came back from loading your trailer and heard the Letters DLC, made you wonder, will anyone actually buy this one except for content creators because they kind of have to. I think there's actually, we talked about it earlier on actually, Dutch modding, there was actually quite a bit of interest in it. Quite a few people actually saying there was some aspects to it they really liked the idea of, so I actually, I reckon there will be quite a well supported mod. It might be also the fact that it's, you know, the only DLC or content update we've had for the game for 6 months. Might encourage people to as well. Who knows what it was, but it's not doing it as bad now as it was before. Oh, speak too soon. Or second, not English primary, fair enough. Yeah, no worries. It's a vibe this stream, not gonna lie. Thanks, buddy. At a pull behind Spud Harvest, the pickup went down too far. It could be something to do with the hitch height. Maybe this tractor's not designed for the height of these hitches. It does seem to be something more related to the windrow because it's sort of doing it at different times, but I don't know. In fact, do you know what? It's almost, I think, if we have a look at the there you go, yield. It's down this end where the grass is, we're getting a high yield of grass. So I wonder if it's to do with that. We're getting a bigger windrow down here because we've got more grass. Don't know. Could be a rationale. justification. Could be that the pickup lifts up the tractor. Yeah, that's what I was wondering there. Although it seems strange that it didn't do it when I was driving over here, and it's just when it gets on top of a windrow. And it did it to the John Deere tractor as well last time I bailed. Actually, I'm liking this tractor less and less the more I use it, because it's terrible on gears and speed, and I think this might almost be the first thing I upgrade, is to get rid of this, find a different 300 horsepower tractor, or wait 12 months until my rules change to go to 400 horsepower. We will see. Is Southern Pastures on MudHub? No, Southern Pastures is a PC only mod and released through Smith97 Gaming's Facebook page. But if you want to find it, you can go and check out my map preview. I did it, or map tour, map review, whatever you want to call it. And I've got links to it there. You like Belly Springs, loyal. Yeah, and that was you know, it was one FSG, and I thought about starting a new series on before we settled on our Ahali farm. Kind of out of a few different reasons. Belly Springs was definitely the most popular in the poll, but at that time our Ahali wasn't on the radar. And there's a few comments about Belly Springs having been done to death, so we thought, well, let's pick something different. Wish I'd bring back the old famous maps like Sandy Bay Oakfield Farm. Yes and no. I can see why people want them back, but at the same time I can see why the modders don't want to. And when you look at what the likes of Oxygen David's done with Court Farms and Calmston as well, you kind of appreciate the fact that they've poured time. If they'd poured time, oh goodness, that was not very good. If they'd poured time into bringing one of those maps through to 22, we wouldn't have the likes of Court Farms, because that time would have been spent bringing back a mod or a map that was available for 19. So I can understand the reasons that people want to see them, but I can also understand why these guys aren't doing it. G'day Peter, how you doing? G'day from Australia. Lots of Aussies in here. Always nice to see. Nice to see our neighbours. You know, you get those neighbours who annoy you sometimes, but you enjoy having them there. That's what Australia's like to New Zealand. You annoy us sometimes, but you're good fun most of it. There's a lot of excitement for it on Reddit, so I think it'll probably do well. Yeah, it's good. It's interesting. Good to know that. Am I going to use case on this farm even though you're already using it? I would love to have a 715 Steiger on the farm, or Quadtrack, sorry. But my limit at the moment is 300 horsepower. I've got to go 12 months on the farm before I can upgrade. That's another reason I wanted to progress the months, is at least we can get closer to changing the rules on me. But I've limited myself to 300 horsepower as a start off. So frustrating. But yeah, I honestly don't know what I would use as my next tractor. I'm not set on any sort, any variety, any brand. See where we end up. Elite Farming, how you doing? Nice to see you, welcome. So I don't use a manual gearbox on Farm Sim a number of times with this tractor. This one and the Ford I use on Tahitian County, I'm forever having to redo. I'm good, Elite Farming. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Played on old Kiwi Farm, but we could have played another Kiwi map. So, honestly, no disrespect to Kaz64 because he's done some cool maps and been quite innovative with the things he's done. He's got a very, very big following with his maps and that sort of thing. But to me, old Kiwi Farm's not a Kiwi Farm at all, other than a name. But you get into Southern Pastures and I can feel like I'm driving around my backyard sometimes in some aspects of it. It's just got this quintessential New Zealand vibe to it. It is PC only at the moment. It's been released as a beta, so it was a 19 map, so it's come through for 22. I'm hoping they're going to release it on console, but I'm not sure if there is any plans to. I can neither confirm nor deny. Go down to C. It doesn't want to do that either. Thought we would have gone to Moss Valley given it's real in Sheffield. We did talk about Moss Valley as an option, but that wasn't out at the time we were creating things, and we both have a rule that other than early access for map previews to give some promotion to map makers and give them some airtime and highlight their creations, we both avoid wherever possible playing on maps that aren't available to the general public. So Moss Valley was ruled out. I secretly think he wants to keep that for himself. Maybe a contract. He hasn't seen anything, but it's maybe a contractor series spin-off. Who knows? What do I think of Deer Creek? Deer Creek by Western Ohio Modding. I love Deer Creek. Deer Creek was a great map very early on in the game, actually. You know, that was one of the first mod maps I played on, actually. Very early on in FS22, and yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Nice big farm setup, big fields, all in a standard 2x map. It actually felt way bigger than it was. Had good times playing on that one. We're missing something then. 799 for 13 sheds, 6 sell points, a windmill and a solar panel with a gimmick. Sure, the fertilizer maker might be interesting. That's about it. To me, it'll be the extra bits and pieces, how they integrate those. But I mean, I look at it like, if there's a game I like, I'll buy a season pass just to get cosmetics on it for $10. So if there's a game I like Farm Sim, and I can support it, help with the development of the next game, I'll spend $8 on DLC if I have to. And you know, I think you're all probably aware, being in a privileged position that I am, I don't often have to pay for the DLCs, which is why I'll be happy to support giving them away and buying a couple of copies just to give them away, just to be able to support and give something back to you guys. So if you don't want to buy it and you do want a copy, keep an eye out for when it does come out and we do some live streams or some videos from it, because there'll certainly be some opportunities to win a copy or two. That was for sure. And we've already lining up doing a stream with FSG where we play with it on multiplayer, like we have with some of the other stuff. See what it's like on release when it surprises you. Could do. G'day Grumpy Grey Farmer, how you doing? Don't normally catch you, I'm at work or meant to be. Been there, done that, Elite. Just some days you just need to do something different, don't you? Wait for someone to make the crop washers. It's actually interesting, considering we've had like the trommels and that for gold mining, that someone hadn't actually converted that, taken that and converted it to a mod for washing vegetables or something like that. Hadn't really thought about it from that point of view, but yeah, it's an interesting one. Look at that, 52 viewers, 52 likes. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, it'd be very much appreciated if you took time to do that. It's funny, Dazed, I know you messaged me about it, but literally when I got the email and had a look at what was in it, I was like, you were actually the very first thing that came to mind after some of the things we've talked about. Like, ah. And I know your frustrations with, you know, just trying to add in support for the multiplayer and for the new crops and things like that, and how Giants have portrayed it, or what they've allowed you to do. So you were the very first thought I thought of. That's spinning out. Calaroth, 5 gifted memberships for the community. Thank you very much, mate. Incredibly generous of you. Loyal Val Jump in 1978, Jason Melvin, Claudio Prodan, and Gamma 79. Picking up some gifted memberships there. So congratulations, guys. If you're On the Discord, make sure you have your YouTube account linked to your Discord account. And give you access to some extra parts of the Discord. I try and do, well, we've done it twice, but I'm trying to do a weekly members only live on Discord where I'll jump in a voice chat and live stream whatever I'm doing, whether it's editing a video, playing the game, recording a video. If you want to ask me anything in that sort of context, feel free. Didn't think your rants were that predictable. You know it. Yeah, you're right, Brando does it. Screams keep at everything. Like, literally, I don't think there was anything I would have done differently to that map to make it more Kiwi or less Kiwi. It's pretty cool. Right, pop quiz time. How many bales is the windrow going to collect over the next lap of the field? Won't have been exposed to any yet, but won't be too far away. That's not what I wanted up there. I wanted that. Do I have the bale counter on? I do. I can't remember. I will have to have a look. 118. We can go and look and see how many there are in the storage. I can't remember how many we ended up baling last time, actually. I'll reset it. Not too much longer term. I'm not going to get this baling finished, that's for sure. Probably only another 5-10 minutes maybe. I'll probably let the windrow finish, let them go around twice, get that field, get it all windrowed up, and then I'll know that we're able to just park things up and carry on next time. But pretty cool to get this field opened up. Actually, looking at the size of it now, it's actually quite a bit bigger than this field. So we never really did settle on a name for this. We had the sleeping cat and the whale. Kind of like the whale as an idea, but we have to come up with the name for that field too. Use stock check to find out. Stock check, I don't have separate bale types though. You're telling me there's something secret in stock check that will tell me how many bales I made last time and not this time? It still hasn't fermented yet. Show locations. Ah, okay, there we go. All that 1966, 99% fermented. 385,000 litres, and these are two. We've done 290. So, oh, look at that bouncing across. Has it picked up any bales yet? No, one went through down the end there. It's just the one. Lodged a bullet there. I thought we might have got more. Divide by the size, yeah, I can't remember what the sizes are. 5,596 or something. It's a bit of an odd size. Too much maths at this time of night for me, Mark. A Wonkysaurus. What, for the bottom one? Wonkysaurus, yeah, could do. Oops. Speaking of Wonkysaurus, my driving is a bit Wonkysaurus. It's nice to be able to use some courseplay. I might have to test some of that out next time as well. Get the soil sample. Actually try it with the bale wrapping. I haven't tried that for a while. See how that goes. What do you do after you've connected YouTube to Discord? If you are you in my Discord server, Loyal Val? If you're not, type in ! Discord and that'll give you a link to join the Discord server. Whee! If you're already in it and you have linked your account, you don't have to do anything else. It'll automatically give you the membership role, AG team member, and that'll open up the members chats. Right, so you shouldn't, if you're already in there, you don't have to do anything else. It's all automated. Easy peasy. One thing I do like about this field is at least it's all the same size. Like it's a nice regular one. I enjoy the irregular ones, but it's nice to have a regular one too. All done. There you go. Wow. Sit back, relax, and wait until next Monday when I'm doing a live with channel members. Say it won't be next Monday, but it will be. What it won't be is I will be streaming this week, but I won't be streaming next weekend. Right, where's our windrow? I must be getting pretty close to coming around behind us, is it? Ah, going down there still. It's too much of a coincidence that the bumpiness happens when we're down on the heavier yielding part of the crop, isn't it? Got to be something to do with the size of the windrow. It'll take a wee while to sync. Loyal Val, what's your name on Discord? I'll check it out once I'm finished. It'll take a wee while to sync through with those. Can you spare room? Some kids just pulled out a dog toy from her backpack. She got given I want to die. Yeah, spare room's free at the moment, Days. You're welcome to it. Okay. Labicon off Rocco. Okay. I'll check it out. See if you get synced up. Make sure it's this YouTube account that you're chatting to on Loyal Val that you've synced as well. Alright, well they're going to finish down there. We'll run back down the edge, which will mean we'll just have the headland to finish next time. Which won't take too much time. Actually, how good has this been? It's what, taken us half an hour. Mowing everything took the time. Done that as well. Cool. Easy peasy. Is it possible to use a tractor and dislike it more and more the more you use it? Not sure if it is. But it's kind of how I feel with this beast at the moment. It's done it now. There you go. Just needed that little bit of time. Patience, grasshopper. Patience. Right, work is finished. Means we just about are too. Headlands to do next time. It's a fair few bales. Goodness. Almost feel like we might need to lease a bale accumulator. I'm just trying to remember what ones work with this baler setup. If there is any. It's not. Right, do this a little bit. So then we just left with the headlands to do. Hey, Scorp. Morning, mate. How you doing? Still going. Just finishing. Let's drive a case. Right, let's actually just jump out here. Let's have a look at how many bales we've made. I reckon we must be pretty close to the same as what we had last time. Right. Dump that just there. Days. That's all done. Alright, let's just, oh, how many bales did it say we'd made? This button here. 141. So have we made, is there more than 70 or not in here? Here's my info trigger for this. Down the bottom, 69. So we have 70. My trigger for this one. Where is my trigger for this one? Interesting. That's the should be right about here. It's not good. Oh, try I had a trigger for that. I might have to have a look at that. That doesn't make sense. Anyhow, 69 and 141's 72. Isn't it? Yes. 72, so we're pretty much at the same. We've got that one more lap to do. In fact, if we have a look at have a look in here, it should show they're pretty much the same volumes, aren't they? 2 more bales. Happy days. Right. Hey, no, how you doing? Good to see you. You're a bit impatient. No worries, Law. Klaus, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Right on the time that I'm about to wrap things up. But there we go. It is what it is. We've been going for a couple of hours and have managed to get another field created. So there you go. That's been our hard work today. We've cut down some trees, sold them for not much at all, and now we are getting the last of the grass picked up. We'll finish that off next week, finish off the baling. We'll get those all wrapped, picked up, and put into storage, hopefully with the ability to be able to extract the storage. I haven't seen that, it's a bit of a worry. F5, that's a good point, 2 days. I'm going to do that very quickly. Is that it there? Is it on here? Oh, there it is. Okay. It does exist. It's got the wrong marker next to it. No, that is the right marker, isn't it? Okay. Phew. Process averted. Anyhow, we will be back next week. Wednesday night, we'll be getting the bales wrapped, the rest of the grass pressed, get those taken off the field, get it ploughed, hopefully get the lime applied, soil sampling done, and possibly planted. All in the next stream. We will see. We might use a little bit more course play and things like that to get it done. There's our field we planted the last time. What do we call it? The Wonkysaurus. Kind of like that. Wonkysaurus field. Have to remember it. But yeah, there we go. Look at us developing a farm. We're growing. It's expanding, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So awesome. Just finished planting your 5th creative field last night, Scott. Nice one. Well, everyone, thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Chinook. I have already said thank you, but 10 gifted memberships coming through from you. And goodness, lost my name. Calaroth, thank you also for those 5 gifted memberships and for becoming a member yourself. Very much appreciated. To everyone else, pleasure having you here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Look forward to bringing you more content over the next few weeks. Keep an eye out. Please keep an eye out for Giants for more information about the DLC. As soon as I have anything that I can share, I'll certainly share it with you all. And if I get the opportunity to have some videos out before it's released, showing you how things work and whatever, then yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. And if there's any questions you might have around anything that we could look at when and if we do get that opportunity, feel free to fire them through. Certainly happy to try and help you guys understand things. If you are considering buying it through the Giant store, of course you can use Argsy Gaming, all one word, as a creator code or partner code there for Giants. Be much appreciated. Help me out, and it doesn't cost you a cent extra. Trying to sort of push towards silver partner, currently bronze, so it'll be cool to get to that next step. But anyhow, that's it for me. Thank you all very much for hanging out. If you haven't hit the like already, please make sure you do. Otherwise, we'll catch you on Sunday morning New Zealand time for a multiplayer stream. We are actually going to be on Southern Pastures. So if you're a member, that is a members only server. If you're a member and interested in joining that, keep an eye out on Discord. I'll be creating an event as a reminder, and we'll set something up there around that. Anyhow, take care. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.